NBC News special report. Here's Hoda Kotb.
Good morning. Good to see you. You are coming on the air right now with breaking news. A massive global technical outage tied to CrowdStrike, which is a major cybersecurity provider, has knocked critical computer infrastructure offline all across the country and, in fact, all around the world. It's an issue with a software update. It's impacting lots and lots of Microsoft computer systems worldwide, from businesses to emergency services, 911, traffic lights, transit systems, and it's having a major impact on airlines as well. American, Delta, United, they're all keeping their flights grounded. You're looking at some live scenes from the airport. It is chaos again, 6 a.m. on the East Coast, and this is the scene now. They're having difficulty even printing any kind of boarding passes. This, of course, is a developing situation. The full scope of this problem remains to be seen. And Brian, as we get started right here in Studio 1A, we should point out computers at NBC News right here as we're getting on the air. We're trying to do some workarounds here to get on the air, but this is something that's affecting people worldwide.
Yeah, and other newsrooms, our partners over at Sky News, having issues as well. I mean, this is impacting all different types of businesses. When you talk about airlines, you also talk about, just 911 services in some cases reporting outages as well. And you're even hearing of anecdotes of banks in other countries experiencing that. We don't yet have reporting of
Democratic sources, this is happening all of a sudden. Everyone said it would happen gradually and then all at once, and that's what's happening. According to my sources, President Biden has agreed to step down as the Democratic nominee. It will happen as early as this weekend. A speech has been drafted for him. He will continue on as president, is his intention. He also will not, I'm told, endorse Vice President Harris as his successor. They're hoping that he will endorse an open process in which the convention will be open to Vice President Harris and a few other candidates in Chicago to pick the Democratic nominee for president. The belief is that Vice President Harris is already looking at potential running mates to go to Chicago with a full ticket, including one possibility, Andy Beshear, the governor of Kentucky, and perhaps the governor of Pennsylvania, Governor Shapiro. Other possible candidates who are being talked about include Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, perhaps Gretchen Whitmer, and again, the vice president running. On the first ballot, the regular delegates would be allowed to vote under this agreement that's being talked about amongst the president and high-level Democratic officials. The regular delegates would vote on the first ballot. If there is no winner on the first ballot, the so-called super delegates would be allowed to vote on the subsequent ballot. This decision was reached, I'm told, all of a sudden because of the high-level pressure from Nancy Pelosi, Barack Obama, and others, and as well as the decision of many of the President Biden's top aides that there was no path forward.
Breaking news overnight, a large explosion rocking the Israeli city of Tel Aviv, killing at least one person not far from the U.S. Embassy. Our foreign correspondent, Britt Clennett, is in Tel Aviv with the latest. Good morning, Britt.
Good morning, Rebecca. Yeah, I'm at this intersection in the heart of Tel Aviv, just a block away from the U.S. Embassy office, where a low-flying drone exploded this morning, blowing out windows and damaging buildings, killing one person, several others injured. The IDF saying the Iranian-made drone was not intercepted because of human error. It also did not trigger air raid sirens. Now, the Iran-backed Houthi rebels have claimed responsibility for this attack. Guys?
A little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's sad, take a look at what happened.
Shalom. First off, we give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakadash, Yahweh being the true name of Heavenly Father, Yahushai being the name for His only begotten Son, who the word Igli calls God, and Jesus Christ. I want to give double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone, ties of truth and will well, and salutations to you, hopeful elect person is truth and all honesty and sincerity. This is Brother Yahweh coming no less than spirit power, Yahweh Yahushai, giving another update, end times, and events. So all these videos I just shared with you, all of this has happened within a span of 1 week. Within just 1 week, all of this has taken place. If you're not woke by now to see that America's about to be destroyed, then you just got to be retarded. There is so much that is going on and happening right now. Okay, today, July the 19th, there was a cyber incident that affected people worldwide, an outage. You know, many banks are still shut down. They had to shut down different airlines and flights. People couldn't go to work. Things are moving, man. And this thing that just happened, you know, almost damn near the day after the assassination attempt on Donald Trump. You know, that just happened, you know, just like a couple days ago. Well, it says 6 days ago. Yeah, man. 6 days ago, man. So within the span of 1 week, all of this is taking place. And as far as speak on the whole cyber incident that happened, you know, I believe that was a test run for them to shut down, you know, the economy and collapse everything and collapse the dollar. Just to get an idea of how it's going to affect people. Okay, because they want to be able to try to control the chaos that they're going to bring in. You know? And Mr. Schwab, dude, he did mention that there's going to be a series of cyber attacks, and they were going to usher in that new form of currency, that's going to be the RFID microchip implant, man. Because once you shut down, you know, all the digital systems for people to travel and bank information, all that, they're going to say, hey, we need a more secure form of currency and payment that cannot be quote unquote hacked. You see? So they're going to do this shit in waves and stages. And then with the whole assassination attempt, that's to stir up the minds of the people. They want to try to get they want to get a war to break out. They want a big riot. They want the smoke. They want the violence, because why? That gives an excuse to bring out martial law. Because if you're able to influence the minds of the people to the masses of millions, and you got all these gung ho white people that got plenty of guns and stuff, and they want to see this dude in office, you know. They get enough people brainwashed to support, there's going to be a big all-out, you know, civil war. And they just came out with that movie Civil War like 2 months ago. You can go watch it right now. So they're stirring up the people's minds with the politics, the pressures being put on people with this cyber incident. They're saying it's not an attack, but they're saying, you know, it was a malfunction and everything got shut down and affected globally. And then what also happened during this cyber incident is Tel Aviv just got hit by a drone strike, man. So this is putting the pressure, you know, the pressure looked like it was somewhat lifting a little bit between Israel and Iran, but, you know, Iran backs the Houthis that attacked Tel Aviv, and it was one of Iran's drones. So the Lord is really stirring up the pot and forcing a war to happen, man. Hey, Jacob's trouble is about to hit real soon. Things could kick off if it keeps up at this pace. All hell could break loose in martial law and survival mode. Tanks in the streets, bombs going off could happen before the election even takes place, if it keeps up. And this dude is looking like he's about to be in office. Remember, the last time martial law was declared was when this dude was in office. That was during the whole C-19 thing. And during this time that he was in office too, they also did a shutdown. There was a whole government shutdown that took place. Y'all remember that? So he's the guy, he's the face that they want in charge when they want to bring out a major cataclysmic event. This dude was in office during the whole C-19 situation. He was in office during the shutdown. He gave out orders for martial law for a couple days. People couldn't be caught out in the streets. During the time of the end chaos, they want this guy in charge of the face of it. And this whole attempt on his quote-unquote assassination attempt has really got to stir up the minds of the people for him to get a lot of publicity and support. They're all patriotic behind this shit. How he survived the shot. He stood back up and, held his fist up in the air.
Watch out. Wait.
You see? And you got these people, these American citizens, they really believe in this shit, man. They don't see how this shit is a damn staged and stuff like that, man. Ain't no way in hell that shooter should have got up on top of that roof like that. No, me knowing personally my experience in the service and the preparations that was taking place. Anytime the president came to the base or somewhere in the city and, we were in charge of helping provide security and shit for him. Hey, they did a thorough investigation, make sure people weren't on any type of platforms or areas in certain vicinity to snipe. And there wasn't even that many buildings around this dude. There was only a few that they had to really lock down. They should have had somebody on a water tower watching in position. They should have had agents on every single rooftop around, especially knowing the tension this guy brings. So this shit is definitely set up. So, hey, this is going to be interesting to see how this thing unfolds. But if y'all people ain't repenting and recognizing how real the times are, you're in the wrong mindset, thinking you got a future here and you about to plan for college for your kids. And hey, man, this place is lucky to make it past 2029, man. That's just me speaking as a man personally. But it's not just coming from me either, man. Even Apostle Tahar did a lesson. And he's thinking that this place don't got much more than 4 to 5 years, man. Before all hell breaks loose. Civil War, boots on the ground. Also, World War III. You're going to have, America's going to get attacked by other countries. Russia, Iran, China, Korea. They're all going to, it's going to get struck. There will be missiles and attacks at this place. You're going to see your skyscrapers in every city near you. There will be smoke and bombs and tanks and bloodshed, mass death and starvations. Economy will collapse. We in dangerous times, man. This is the book of 2 Timothy 3:1. It says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come." And what does that word perilous mean? We looked that up. It says full of danger or risk. And it ain't no doomsday prepping for this shit. There ain't nothing you could do. You can maybe have a little survival pack all you want. That shit ain't gonna do nothing. Because what did Yahweh Shai say? This is Matthew 24:16. It says, "Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days." So there you go. You got a lot of people trying to doomsday prep for everything. They go into the store, they rushing, they trying to buy a bunch of rice and stock up on shit. Which is cool to try to be somewhat prepared. And I'm knocking you for it. But the point is, That's not where your salvation is going to come. Your salvation is going to come through divine intervention. You're going to have Yahweh Shai send in charge to his angels to literally intervene with you. They're going to, you might have an angel that'll literally come up and say, hey, look, you need to go. Or he'll put you in a coincidental situation where you're in a position of safety and you're able to flee and escape. You're going to have to escape these UN troops. The UN will have troops, boots on the ground over here. And they will supersede the U.S. military. They will be rounding people up on buses and different large vehicles in mass numbers and taking them to concentration camps. Fenced in facilities with barbed wire and cameras. Okay, they'll microchip the people. And they won't let them leave. And they're going to make them, do labor to create different bullets, forced labor to create supplies for the war. People will be experimented on. Women will be mass, we'll say grape. That's going to be happening. Families will be separated. People will be put in mass graves, exterminated. They have guillotines already ordered in thousands, hundreds of thousands, man. They got them ordered and ready for all these FEMA camp facilities. You're going to have mass beheadings. Okay? You're going to have a firing squad ready, and you're going to have people lined up, and they're going to be executing people. This is what's coming, man. Movies like The Purge, Civil War, Bushwick, those are visual examples of how bad shit is about to be. Your Walmarts, they will no longer contain food. Those will be facilities underneath them Walmarts to contain people. They're going to be converted. All your big outdoor malls and centers, they're going to have people set up in them towers, gunmen and riflemen. They're going to set up the fencing quick, if it isn't already. And people are going to be rounded up. And you're going to have other armies and other countries invading this place, killing, parachuting in. Watch that movie Red Dawn, man. They show you that too. You're going to have your different skyscrapers being blown up, buildings on fire, straight up, firefight in the middle of the streets between different militaries and police officers and gangs and militias, different groups. Different Trump supporters. Trump got a lot of white people gung-ho. They're going to have different militias set up all over the city. And they got machine guns and up armored vehicles, all types of shit, man. They've been getting ready for a long time behind the scenes. These are the evils that's coming. And you ain't going to have time to really, you might not even have time to grab that bug out bag. You might not have time to grab that survival pack. So what you're going to do is you're going to need the covering and protection of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. If that's a man, you get that covering protection by serving and doing his works, laboring, speaking the truth at the highways and hedges, supporting the ministry. Maybe you were a helper of the ministry, teaching, okay, providing your body as a living sacrifice. Women, you're going to get your protection if you're with one of those men. If one of those men is your husband and you are with him, he's got the protection over the angels, therefore you're protected. And all your household and the kids. But if you don't have that, you don't have a husband, a man of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, women, you are in grave danger. Unless you're an elder woman, you're not of meritable age. If that's the case, if you're a helper of one of the brothers in the ministry, that brother will protect you too. Maybe you're a mother of a brother that's prophesying and you haven't scoffed and been supporting and helping. You may be protected. The aged women going to be protected if they follow and support the ministry and been there supporting. But women of maritable age, the young women, the soldiers are going to be having a way with y'all, man. It's going to be terrifying for a woman in that time period. You're going to lose a lot. That's why it says what it says. It says, woe to them that are with child. You got a baby. You're trying to nurse the baby and nursing. And you just had a psycho black woman that just came up. I seen a news report and just shot a baby in the leg and in the damn stroller, man. I guess she must have argued with the mother or something. And the demon was on that woman so bad that she shot the baby and didn't give a damn. And said, fuck your baby, and shot it. If that's a woman doing that right now, imagine the evil and demons that's going to hop on people and the men when shit hits the fan. Hey, all you people, man, you men and women better repent. War is coming. We are in evil, perilous times. Okay, it says, perilous times shall come, full of danger or risk. Hey, and these other Israelite camps, these false camps, they're not teaching about this stuff that this is coming. They're not teaching and warning about Jacob's trouble. They're sitting here doing classes. Well, hey, sister, let me teach you about marriage, and you're an Israelite. And gossiping, talebearing, and slandering the real men of the Lord. And they're not focused on doing the right things and warning the people. You know? And the Lord is dismantling them camps, man. You got two of the heads of, or leaders of Sakari, they left. IUIC put a video out of all the adultery that goes on in their organization. We knew the adultery had been going on. Why? Because you got men and women mixed up in it. And women's supposed to be only, their church is supposed to be at home with their husbands only. They're not supposed to be mixed and mingled with all that shit going on. And they look like he withering away. They going off on breakdowns. And they're now calling upon Jesus. They're not even calling upon Yahushua. They went from going to Yahushua to Christ for a long time. Most High in Christ blessed. And now they're starting to say, just straight up say Jesus. So the Lord, is taking the spirit away from these different groups, man, and exposing them for the wickedness that goes on. And they already been exposed too for, extortion. It's bad. And the labor pains of judgment and the Lord returning are getting faster, closer together. That means that baby's getting ready to be born. And that birth that's going to come is the return of Yahushua, ultimate Jacob's trouble, World War III, and bombs, the missiles. The lake of fire is about to be here, man. So you people can play games all you want, but you better pay attention to these times, because it's no joke. We just said all this stuff take place in 1 week. And remember that total solar eclipse just took place in April. So that the time has shifted significantly. After that eclipse, what happened? You had that whole attack in Jerusalem. You got Iran and Israel at it. Iran, I believe through the spirit, they got nuclear power. They ain't saying it. But hey, it's turning up, man. Shit about to go down. So, hey, pay attention to the times, man. And we'll end it on this last precept, 2nd Esdras 9:1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, the Lord said there'll be wars and rumors of wars. Said there would be uproars of the people. Said there would be famines and pestilences and earthquakes. All these disasters going on. So you have to be paying attention to what's happening in the world and ignore all this gimmicks and bullshit and shit that ain't important, man. You shouldn't be focusing on, you know, all this carnal shit. What type of house you about to buy, and, you know, you want to try to get a contract marriage, and you're looking to sell this and sell that. You're trying to get on your future. You got a future career here, and then you're not paying attention to nothing that's going on in the world. You're not repenting. You're not focusing on prophecy. You're not supporting the ministry. You're going to get caught off guard, man. If you don't got the true name of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, that's strike one. Strike two, if you ain't did nothing to work to serve Yahweh Shai. Speaking to the men. And strike three is you know, for the women. Hey, you're not serving a man of Yahweh Shai. You're not being in order. You're not being in subjection. The whole nation of Israel is considered the wife to Yahweh Shai. Are we not supposed to be in subjection? Meaning being controlled by him? The woman, you're supposed to be in subjection, controlled underneath your husband. He's supposed to be Lord over you and rule over you. The scriptures say that. So if you're women, y'all ain't doing that, you fucked. And the men, if you ain't in subjection to Yahweh Shai and serving him, doing the work and laboring, you're fucked. Repent, man. So with that, Lord's will is lesson edifying. I'm going to close out. Give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem HaKadosh. And double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone, Tasha's truth, the full well, and salutations to you, hopefully that person is truth and honesty and sincerity. Shalom.